I think I want to let it go. I wish we can just get over this whole Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion thing. Like every time Tory comes into the media again, Meg Thee Stallion is getting drugged again for something that she was a victim of. Tory, Dan's bitch, Dan's Jenkins is exactly where he needs to be, and that is in jail. Unfortunately, it seems like karma has caught up to him and gave him a few things to think about while he's in the hospital. Now, I don't wish bad on anybody, but I wish that his incident in jail didn't impact her so much because I think she would agree with me in saying that she wished that we'd all just let it go. It's like, we're tired of it. Did she do it or did he not? Like,
Yeah, I mean, this has been going on for a while. It's starting to wear out its welcome. Hopefully, they can figure it out and then move on. Uh, it is a miracle if he had two collapsed lungs and he's up and walking around and breathing. I am not a medical expert, so that may be possible. So don't come for me in the comments, right? But uh, at the worst, this is going to be a great album. This is going to come out, and this is going to be his 50 Cent I was shot 9 times. He's gonna, I don't know how you mix that into album. I was stabbed 14 times allegedly, because they are saying he was allegedly stabbed 14 times. I don't know how you don't definitively know somebody was stabbed 14 times, but that seems pretty, open and shut, whether you were stabbed 14 times or not, but whatever. The timing is a little uncanny with the new evidence, and his dad is asking Governor Newsom to let him out of prison and to bring him home. So it's a lot of pieces going on here, but worst case scenario, he's got a hot album coming out off of the I've Been Stabbed 14 Times. And hopefully somebody's working on a hot track for that.
Facts. That's it. Do you want to go? Or did you want me to go?
I opened it up.
Oh, you did? Oh, my bad. So, I was sitting here as a man realizing, because I think I heard what Tia said. And, sometimes as men, sometimes we come on these platforms and it might come across a certain type of way. So I don't want to be the guy who just piles on, right? Because sometimes you do have to look at it from Megan's perspective, right? Like, she was just out partying with her homegirl, you know what I'm saying? And the nigga she was fucking at the time, they, just having a good time. Maybe she didn't know that her homegirl was fucking the nigga that she was fucking. You know what I mean? And you got liquor involved, young people. And yeah, you guys are right. She was a victim. You know what I'm saying? And she got shot. But like not really like shot like in a Tupac kind of way, but I don't know like if it was fragments or exactly what happened. But she certainly did have injuries, which is not to be taken lightly. You know what I'm saying? And then since then, who knows where her mental has been, right? And all the things she had to deal with that situation. And then, she's still trying to resume her career. So, since then she's gotten to deal with Popeyes opening up stores, you know what I mean, continuing to go about her life. So I get that, our sympathy should be with her being the victim. But the thing that I wonder though, because this is where I think the crux of the story is that what if Tory didn't shoot her, right? Because two things can be true at the same time. Like she could be a victim and the wrong person is paying a crazy price in a situation that was unfortunate for everyone involved. The new evidence that the brother was talking about was supposedly the sister was talking about how she did what she did. There's a lot of people who believe that Tory did not in fact shoot her like that, the way that it's been portrayed. You know what I'm saying? And if there's any hint of truth to that, right? Then how could I at the same time have empathy for the victim who then victimized somebody else, right? Like I think because I don't know what happened, I think the problem with this case and this problem, the reason why it remains in the news is because you have people on both sides, and I guess people already made their choices. But a good judge, I think, tries to sit back and look at the situation as fairly as possible, right? At least in terms of the judge of public opinion. And so I can say that, yes, she suffered something unfortunate, but it would be really unfortunate that if her friend was the one who's responsible for those injuries. And so the friend gets to go loose and brag about it and do their thing. While the brother, yes, he's done a lot of things and he was really fucked up in a lot of ways, but does he deserve to get 10 years in prison for it? Like, just stop for a second and imagine. Again, I don't know, right? Because we can always empathize with the victim here, right? So if he's in fact in jail, like a lot of Black men sometimes are, who are innocent of the crimes that they've been convicted of, can you imagine being in jail knowing you didn't do it? Yes, you played your hands wrong. And so I get it. You got to pay a penalty. But while you're in jail, you get stabbed too. So is it okay for me to have empathy for him as a victim, not only of a stabbing, but potentially a victim of an injustice? Right? Or does for some people the injustice only relate to when she is the victim in this case? So I get it. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of reasons why people are impassioned. But I think in this case, if two things were true, meaning that yes, she was a victim and yes, Tory is a victim, the difference is that she would have played a role in victimizing him when he did not do that to her, right? In fact, there's any truth and merit to the fact that he was not the one responsible because for whatever reason, and I'll land with this, I find it interesting, especially amongst women, that somehow y'all can't imagine that if her friend was fucking the same nigga that she was fucking and there was alcohol involved, and oh, this little short playboy ass nigga was about to fuck Kylie too in front of me. Oh, this disrespectful ass little nigga that I let be around me, right? Y'all can't imagine that the homegirl who is jealous of her friend's success and how she's able to move, there's no way that Kelsey could have done it. So if y'all in y'all black women's minds know how some of y'all trifling black women move, y'all can't even give the nigga a little bit of grace, like the grace up to his height worth or the grace of the foot or the pinky that he shot. Y'all can't give him that little bit of grace. I mean, because for me, I start off by saying I can understand how she was victimized. You know what I'm saying? And I can. I'm just simply saying, can y'all understand if he too was in fact victimized? And if it were to come out that he was telling the truth, I would love to see y'all reaction then. But go ahead, SNL.
So for the record, I would like to note that I said I did hope the truth come out. So he did get that little bitty of grace right then and there. I don't know if it was his height worth, but he did at least get a pinky toe worth. Yeah, so
Touche. Ashe. Okay.